Well, this is the final post that I'll make about the 2024 stitch journal, because I'm going to have the final flip through today. So a plain cover, but just as I wanted it, and opening up January. It's the only month in the end that I did that was split into 4 different parts, because that's what I thought would happen on every page, and in the end that's not what happened. But from very humble beginnings of running stitch, things just kept moving forward with the little art gallery, running stitch paint cloths and blanket stitch, and then the French knots that decided they didn't want to be enclosed in a box, they wanted to escape like bubbles. Now, January was a good start. February, well, I think maybe people thought I was a bit mad doing bracket fungus, but I just knew that it was something that would have the scope for being a bit more creative, and so there was the stuffed edges and chain stitch and herringbone and these little stuffed bits all together. I love it, and it was just exactly how I hoped it would come out. And mine was sort of the colours that I had the photograph of the bracket fungus of. That was February. March saw some crewel work and some different stitches, and what was really popular was the way that I used the thread ends to be couched down to make the multicoloured tree trunk, and I really liked that too. And I have my thread jar is totally full again, and so I thought I'd be doing a creative thing for the Advent diary with it. I just didn't get the time. So at the moment, this is the only thing you've got using my thread ends. But it was lovely to do the first little bit of crewel work there, and the 2-colour chain stitch and things like that. It's really good. I did add extra leaves after the month was ended. And so from there, April was the crazy patchwork page, and it was all about using simple steps to make really pretty seam treatments, and it ended up getting finished off with a little Stumpwork bee with the paper wings and the 3D hydrangea petals, which was sort of Stumpwork, but it didn't use any wires, just let them curl up as they will, and it really ended up really pretty. But of course I wanted to keep doing stuff like that, and so I ended up with the vase of tulips. So padded vase, padded tulips, and then these, which were just the same as the hydrangeas, just letting them curl up as they will to make open petals or half open flowers. Curled over, stitched down, just being creative with what I had. By the time I got to May, I knew that it was going to be a really pretty flowery wreath, and so there were a few stitches introduced. There was the spiderweb roses, there was the little slip of the orange tip butterfly, and twisted chain stitch, and a little bit of ribbon work came in there. It's really pretty, and I do think that would make such a lovely standalone piece that would be framed in a frame for the wall. From that to the slow stitching landscape, and the dandelions and the detached blanket stitch, and the way the sun's rays were coming down through the clouds, and that bit of fabric for me inspired the whole thing, because I could just see that it looked like a cloudy sky. It was nice how it came together. Well, the trapunto, the little trapunto frame, I do have a pattern drawn out already for a cushion, but just haven't got round to it this year. It'll probably come next year. and the first properly painted, thread painted or long and short stitch piece, all padded and embroidered as beautifully as possible. But the little stuffed leaves and the stuffed edge, I think, ended up making a simple but beautiful page. Of course, everyone seemed to like the crewel work a lot, and I enjoyed doing it so much. And poor Boo, little, got immortalised on the bottom, even though she's tiny in comparison to the flowers. But I don't think that matters when it's Jacobean crewel work. Things don't have to be in scale all the time. And other than Boo, I think my favourite little piece here was not only the stem itself, the tree stem itself, but this lovely little piece here. I just wanted to keep doing that all over the place. Oh, from there to the slow stitching. There were some brilliant comments in the comment section after this, and really enjoyed reading them, and it prompted some really good discussions, and I definitely feel it was a positive outcome for the embroidery and the slow stitching together. I really like this. And from that to the cut work, and I used the colours so that the pages would look harmonious together, and I really didn't think that the cut work would come out quite as delicate looking, because usually you do it in a finer cotton, and I've done it in a finer cotton. I've never done it in such a thick cotton before, but actually it worked so well. So I hope those of you who decided they could do that went ahead and do it, because it really, really was simpler than you would think. I hope I made you realise that you could do it. And the last page, well, the very last, I saved the proper stump work for the very last page, and I think this came out so well. This is another one that would just look beautiful in a thing all by itself, and even though the petals flatten down when the book's in, you can just go and you can re-wire them up, you can re-bend them up. That's the beauty of proper stump work. You can just get such an effect that you can't get any other way. And I just think that whole page made a beautiful finale to my book. And that's it really. 2024 weekly project is finished. And as I said in the other post, it's well and truly wrapped up. And I really hope that everybody who joined in, even if it was just for one particular thing, or they did the whole year, or they just dipped in and out, or they just watched it, it doesn't matter. I hope you really enjoyed it, because I enjoyed doing it so much. And I think that's it. Thanks everyone. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for watching it. And I hope you had as good a time doing it as I did. Press the like button, share, subscribe, make a comment, watch another video. All of those things really help the channel. So thank you very much everyone, and bye for now. See you tomorrow.